everybody, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cool Xtraordinary bracelet, and this was designed by Christina Tan on Instagram, and I will bring up her Instagram profile really quick. This is just the close-up of the bracelet, so each little section is what I'm going to be teaching you today. It takes 7 sections to go around my wrist, but before I go any further, I'm just going to bring up Christina Tan's profile. So her name is spelled Christinatan. So I will make sure to have that in the description box below as well, so make sure to check her out and give her a follow on Instagram for me. I'm just going to do a quick overview of her profile here. She has a lot of cool designs, and she does make a lot of her own original designs, and the color combinations she uses are really awesome. Also, her edits are really nice and clean and neat, so this is definitely a great account. I would recommend her account, so make sure to check her out on Instagram and give her a follow for me. Like I said before, I'll have it in the description box below. And let's go ahead and teach you how to do this. So this is a hook-only design. I would recommend having a double-ended crochet hook. Unfortunately, I do not. But this is my new crochet hook. I am using 2 of them today. Sorry, that was weird. If you are using a regular loom hook, then you may want to consider getting a crochet hook because it does need to be pretty wide. Also, I had blinged a one of these bracelets before, which I posted on Instagram, but as of right now, it's not in the house with me. So I was actually working on this, and then I realized that I had to film before the light, I guess, ran out. So I will tell you how to do the bling in this tutorial. However, I will not be showing it on camera. I'll just be kind of telling you. So let's go ahead and get started with this. First, what we're going to be doing is picking our colors. You're going to need 2 colors at least. I am using the neon green for the burgundy here, and then jelly yellow for the teal. So let's go ahead and start with this. Take your first burgundy band here and just cap it on your hook, and then take 2 more of your neon green and pull that cap band on to the hook. Also, this is a very advanced design, so I would not try this if you are just starting to do hook only. So make sure that these 2 bands in the center stay in the center. It's very important when we flip it around. Now take, here I should just do this, take 3 of your yellow bands and 2 of your neon green, just so we can kind of figure out what we're doing. And we're going to be making this part up here on the side. So take the first one, and you're going to pull it through these first 2 loops on your hook. And then what you're going to, then what you're going to do is you're going to pick up the first loop here. So it's a little bit difficult. I have to actually stick my hook through the first loop, the one farthest away from your hook, and then reattach that yellow. Now we're going to be taking a neon green and doing the same thing, so put it on your hook, take through these first 2 loops, make sure that this neon green stays in the center. I'm going to pull it through the first 2 loops, and then you want to make sure that you are picking back up the one farthest away from your hook, which is the yellow. Put it back on your hook and reattach. Should look like this now. Take a yellow, do the same thing, pull through the first 2, and then pull back the neon green and reattach. Take a neon green, pull through the first 2, and then reattach the yellow. And then take your last yellow, pull through the first 2 bands, and then reattach the green. So it should look like this now. Then what we're going to be doing is we're going to take 1 more of our yellow, and we're going to put this on the end of the hook, and we're going to pull over these 3 green loops, but we're going to pull them over differently than you would normally do this. So you're going to grab this green, and you're just going to pull it over the yellow, and you're also going to grab this green, and you're just going to pull it over all of those bands. Make sure that your yellow don't pull over your hook. Make sure that that gets onto this yellow band. You're going to grab this last green one, and you're also going to pull that over your hook. And then you're going to reattach, this yellow. And you're going to ignore these 2 greens over here until we do the other side. Then you're going to take your neon green, put it on the end of your hook, and we're going to skip these first two loops that we just had, that we just looped, and we're going to skip this last loop closest to the neon green, and we're going to grab these three center loops, oops, keep slipping off, and you're going to, I like to grab them one or two at a time, and I actually like to slide this down a little bit farther. So you're going to grab these three center loops here. I'm going to pull this first one over, second one over, and the third one over as well. Sometimes it works if I do it one at a time, sometimes it works when I do it multiple at a time, sorry. And this is what it should look like when you're finished. So you should have two green on the very outside edge, then you should have one yellow kind of hanging out here. You should have two yellow close to each other, and then this two loops of the neon green here. So that's what you've done so far, and that's the first part of, so this is part of this one side. So now we have to slide this to the end of your double-ended crochet hook if you have one. I don't, so I have to take my other crochet hook and pull it through all of these bands, and then just spread it out. And make sure that these two green bands here are near the tip of your hook, and also make sure that they're still in order. So the band that you want to be here that's connected to this yellow band, you want to be on the inside. So mine got a little bit untwisted, so I'm going to put that on the inside. And then we're going to again grab 3 of your yellow and 2 of your green. What we're going to do is just do the same thing that we did on the other side. So take 1 of your yellow, making sure that your neon green bands are aligned the way they're supposed to be. You're going to pull both those green through, and then pick up the one that's farthest, pick up the one farthest away from your hook, and then reattach that yellow. Grab a green, pull it through these first 2 loops, and then pull back the yellow. And then you might want to slide it down as you keep going. Going to grab a yellow, pull it through the first 2, pull back the neon green, grab your green, pull through the first 2, pull back the yellow, and the yellow through the first 2, and if it gets twisted like this, I'll just put it back sometimes and fix it. Okay, so pull through the first 2 and then pull back. What the heck is going on? I'm trying to grab the neon green, but it's not letting me pull it back. So that's what happens when I have a not very good crochet hook. So anyway, this is what it should look like. Make sure that this side is separate here. And again, we should have 3 of your green loops and 4 of your yellow loops. We're going to grab 1 more of your yellow, put it on your hook, and we're going to pull over all of the green bands. So take the first loop and just pull it over. Make sure that that yellow band is not to go onto the band, this yellow band as well, sorry. And then grab this one and pull it over. Grab this one and just pull it over. Make sure that you're not going all the way through and then just lifting some of the bands, because it doesn't really work as well, I feel like. So oops, wrong color. Then grab another one of your neon green, put it on to here, and then ignoring these first 2 bands that we just had, ignoring this side and ignoring this band, we're going to grab these 3 loops. I'm going to try and grab all 3 of them. I'm going to pull it down here and just over the edge and release it, and then reattach the other side. So this is what your loom should look, your bracelet. This is what your bracelet should look like so far. And we just finished these 2 parts here. So we only have a couple more steps to do. Then what we want to do with this yellow band is cross it in the center. Also, these 2 yellow bands would be where you're putting your bling, your beads, I guess. I would recommend putting a piece of floss or threading wire through there, then putting your bead on, and just use an extra hook to hold this half here while you put it on, and then reattach it all into one hook, and then you can go from there. So what you have to do is cross your yellow bands. So make sure that you just cross them in the center. And if you're doing a bead, you don't necessarily need to cross them. Sometimes it will work and sometimes it won't. So anyway, you're going to grab 2 more of your yellow, and you're going to pull the first one through these 4 loops, this 2 neon green and the 2 yellow. I'm just going to pull that over. And then if these become uncrossed, you can just grab this one here and pull it over as well. And then you're going to reattach that. It's going to be a little loose, but it'll get better in a second. Then you can go to the other end of your crochet hook, or you can flip it around. I just like to do it this way, just so to save time. So I'm going to pull through all of these bands onto my yellow band here. But we need to pick up these first 2 bands that are farthest away from your hook, put them back on, and then make sure that the sides are on the sides, I guess. And then you should have this cross look in the middle, and it's going to be really stretched and like loose for right now. But then you're going to grab one last band, which is your neon green, and you're going to pull it through all 4 of these bands and then reattach. So that is your first section here. You're going to be making as many as you need. I need 7, and I'm going to do this one more time, but I will be going a little bit faster, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you one more time, and then I'll show you how to finish it off. So once you have this 1 green band, what we're going to do is take 2 more of our green bands and pull through this first part. Again, make sure that those 2 bands in the center are the same band. And then you're going to grab 3 and 2. And then we're going to do this fishtail stitch. And I'm just going to do this a little bit quicker. Because if you've made a lot of the bracelets that require a fishtail stitch, this should be pretty simple. Okay, once you have that, get another yellow. We're going to pull over this band, and this band. Reattach, then grab a green, and grab these 3 center, and then pull that over, and then we're done part of that side. So I'm going to flip this around on my hook. I'm going to grab these first 4 loops and then these last 3, and I'm going to repeat this process again. When you do this, make sure that the band that's connected to this yellow is on the inside, like so. And I'm going to, again, just take 3 and 2 and do the fishtail stitch again. Remember to ignore this yellow band. It's going to be wanting to come over to this other side. Oops. Then again, once you've done your fishtail stitch, take another yellow, pull over 1, 2, and 3 green. Grab a green. We're going to pull through these 3 center bands and just pull them over your hook and reattach. Then what we're going to do is, when you have this cross band, you will want it to cross the same way this entire time. So you want to put this band over here and then pull this band the same way so that this band is in front and this band is in front as well. Then I'm going to grab 2 of your yellow. I'm going to pull my yellow through the first 4 and then through that crossed one. I'm going to pull my next yellow through all of the bands on my hook. If you like, you can do this differently. And make sure that this yellow isn't in the way. grab those first two back through and adjust it so that it looks like this. Grab one last green band and pull through all four, if I can get this. Alright, so once you have made this to the length of your wrist, what you're going to want to do is just clip this green band that's at the very top. When you pull it through the last four, just clip it there. Or you can choose, see, this is what I did here, so you could choose to also add another burgundy band or add two more, like you would start another one and then clip it if you want a stronger closure. Again, just however you prefer. And if you wanted to use a double cap band, you could have. I don't think you really need it, but that's just my opinion. And I hope you guys understood it, so thank you for watching. Make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have Christina Tan's name in the description box below. Make sure to check her out on Instagram. Give her a follow for me. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this here. So I hope to see you next time.